So here's a neat little situation I find myself into now. Um, I moved into my place here, nice townhouse. I was happy. It was a 2 bedroom, good enough room. I have a yard for me and my dog. Upon moving in here, I did get a dog due to the fact that I do suffer from depression and a bunch of other stuff. And the dog has helped me out greatly amount, but this isn't about the dog. This isn't about the move on. Um, this is about a sticky situation that I recently found out. Now, upon moving into my house, I signed up with Just Energy, an Alberta company. And that is specific because I am from Alberta and I am from Canada. I'm a proud Albertan and I'm a proud native Canadian. Now, when I moved into my new address, I signed up with Just Energy, an Alberta company. And the reason I signed up for Just Energy was due to the fact that it's Alberta. I'm a proud Albertan. I'm gonna support an Alberta company and a Canadian company. So I signed up. We had some issues. They kept misspelling my name. Due to my criminal record, I did not want to go into a bank with a misspelled bill and pay for it. It would just cause issues. I dealt with this. I finally paid the bill off once they sent me a bill with my correct name. Once I paid the bill off, I was surprised because Direct Energy started sending me bills too. I find out that my account was hijacked by Direct Energy. Now this is important because Direct Energy is a Trump-supporting a foreign American company. It's not Canadian. It's not based in Canada. It does have offices in Calgary, but nonetheless, it is a Trump-supporting American company that had to change its names 3 times in Texas and other jurisdictions in America for shady business practices. Now, this is all important due to the fact that after Direct Energy hijacked my account, extorted money from me for deposits, forced me they double billed me for the month of, I do believe it was October and November of 2017. I do have the records on here. I do have the bank transaction that I did pay for those months through Just Energy, only to have to repay it through Direct Energy and deposits that I was extorted through Direct Energy. Now, once that bill was paid off, I signed up with ADCO Energy, and it was much more easier for me and convenient for me to have both my gas and electricity under one bill. So I signed up. I think it was a special offer where I got some kind of, actually I still do believe I got it here. Hold on. I signed up. I took advantage of a promotion they had. Yeah. And I still got it's a little worse for wear. My dog likes the glove kind of thing. So she's tore into it a couple of times. I have to put it up. So I signed up for this promotion to have both of my gas and electricity. Now that was in January of 2018 or February 2018. For there, I paid my bills off as a good whatever, I paid monthly bills, never asked any questions, never had any issues with ADCO Energy. Up until a couple of months ago, they released my private, I get my bill, I'm looking at my bill. Now, what should be noted is that I do suffer from, I am disabled. I do suffer from mental illnesses. I'm a very reclusive, private individual. So having those 2 bills under one bill where I can just go to my bank and just pay it off in one shot was very helpful to me and less strenuous to my mental well-being. So upon signing up, they said the usual yada, yada, yada. At no time did they say at any given time they could release my information to a foreign company such as Direct Energy. At no time, they gave me no contracts. Upon signing up, I got that glove, and I think I got a $50 card for groceries. Now, I took very highly offense to this whole situation of my rights being violated. They are not allowed to release anybody, any consumer from Alberta has rights. Anybody in Canada has rights under the privacy and information laws. Under human rights, you are expected your privacy, and at no time can a corporation, without your consent or permission, release your private information. And that's very important, because that's precisely what AGCO Energy did in February to me, without my permission or acknowledgement. So I went to the bank, I went to my mailbox, and all of a sudden I found a Direct Energy. Now you can imagine how pissed I was to find out that Direct Energy, once again, it's trying to extort money from me after the first go around. I have all my paperwork from that first issue back in 2017, so I can prove without a doubt that they extorted money and that they did all this other shit. Now, AGCO Energy released my information without my permission or consent or acknowledgement. And they've been hiding behind the fact that I agreed to having my rights denied and violated, and that I signed a contract that states that. So for these last 3 months, I've been dealing with anxiety and stress attacks due to the fact that I told them no, I didn't. And I would never allow a foreign entity, a foreign corrupt, racist, Trump-supporting company that comes from Nazi America, aka Direct Energy, after what they've done to me before by extorting deposits and forcing me and double billing me, I would never agree to ever having anything to do with Direct Energy again. They said I agreed to it. I signed off on it, which I vehemently told them no, I didn't. Now, this is how broken the system is. The Better Business Bureau of Alberta refused to even deal with it. They bypassed it. They ignored me for 2 months, dragged it on, said they were investigating for a month. And then they came back and informed me that I signed off on this violation of my rights, that I agreed to have my rights violated and denied. But they also said it wasn't me. It's every customer of AGCO's or every customer here in Alberta. You have no rights. You can expect no privacy rights, no human rights, no nothing. At any given time, AGCO can release your information to anybody they feel, whatever, without your acknowledgement, without your consent, and without your permission. And that's fact. And upon digging into that, they told me that it was the Alberta Utilities Commission, a government organization within the government, that passed this bill. And I'm wondering if I'm this insulted by the fact that AGCO Energy and Direct Energy, a foreign racist company that's based in America, that's had to change its name 3 different times to Direct Energy because of its shady business practice in the United States. And that says a lot. That they're allowed up here in Canada, and they're allowed to violate Albertans' rights, privacy rights, consumer rights, and human rights. They're allowed to avoid Canadian law, Alberta law, and rights. And out of how many consumers from Alberta Energy know about the fact that they have no rights? That's right. You have no rights. Your company at any given time can release your information, and they say you cannot do anything about it because the Alberta Utilities Commission passed this law. Now, as a native and being a victim of the Alberta government, and more specifically, the government that passed that bill, aka the Conservatives, who are now called the Ultra-Conservative Party, and Jason Kenney, of their allow these corporations to not only violate, but to deny Alberta's rights and laws and Canadian laws and human rights. Also, why? And this is fact. This has been going on. I've been fighting with AGCO and Direct Energy for the last 3 months over this issue. And now, and the only thing that broke it open is I got a bright idea. I phoned up AGCO and re-signed up for their services. And at the end of the phone call, they said, your services will be kicked in, you will be followed in. And I specifically asked them, are you sure? Are there any forms I have to sign? Any contracts I have to sign? Any stipulations I'm supposed to agree to? And they said, no, you are good. You will be receiving your bill such and such time. I just want to know if all people from Alberta know that they have no rights when it comes to corporations such as AGCO Energy. And the fact that there's a government organization called the Alberta Utilities Commission that opened the door to deny your rights, to deny Canadian law, and that you have no say in where your information goes.